Greetings Internet, my name is Waggleton and welcome to a different video to the channel. I was actually getting ready for bed. It's like 2:30 in the morning right now for me. And a little bit ago, Korokoro leaked a rather interesting image, which you can see before you on the screen right now. It is of a Zygarde, and there is a lot happening on this. And I've never really done a my thoughts on video, and I really wanted to for this. So we'll just dive right in. We have here a giant Zygarde. There's been an image floating around the past few weeks of a little blobby version of Zygarde and a giant silhouette. Well, now we finally get to see said silhouette, and the very first thing that I gotta say about it, being a very avid Dragon Ball Z fan, this screams perfect cell, and I love it. I love everything about it. The black and the green, the wing-like things. I know they're kind of looks like they're more on his hands than anything, but it's super cool. I like the red and the blue signifying Yveltal and Xerneas, life and death. It's super duper cool. I love the design of this new perfect form of Zygarde. I think it looks way more badass than regular Zygarde. I think it makes Zygarde way more relevant to the Pokemon world, because in X and Y he was just kind of there. He was extra. You didn't have to do anything with him. And I mean, I've always liked the design of Zygarde. The green on black is so cool, but now they've just made Zygarde so much cooler. And now some of the other forms, we've got the blob that we've been seeing buzzing around for the past couple of weeks, which is, just cute and adorable. But now there's two other ones to go along with the perfect one. There's a flat version of the cell, it looks like, just like this cute little, the same thing except deflated, almost like Stunfisk flopping around on the ground. But the coolest, only second to the perfect form, is this dog. Is really cool. The dog Zygarde, which is apparently 10% form, as Cerebi labels it as. We got normal Zygarde is 50%, the dog is 10%, the cell is the core and becomes the brain of every form, and then the flat form is called Zygarde Cell. So all the DBZ reference here with Zygarde, but the dog is super cool. He's got like that green scarf almost, and he's just a badass looking dog. It's a shame that it's only 10% of Zygarde's power, but it'll be super interesting to see how all of these forms play out. And it's basically going to be, the anime is going to be renamed to X, Y, and Z, I believe it is said. A new anime series, which if any of you have been keeping up with X and Y, it means things are going to get super interesting. I know some of it's already been been featured in the side series, the Battle of Mega Evolution, but I haven't really watched that, so I don't really know anything about it. But it's super cool. I'm so excited, and basically confirms that Pokemon Z, the game, is going to be a thing, and it will wrap around this Zygarde. So if that is indeed the case, if that's indeed what's happening with this, then that will be awesome to see Zygarde, to have a game dedicated to Zygarde and all these different forms, and eventually, or essentially, not eventually, essentially, the game could be about like life and death, Yveltal and Xerneas clashing, because in X and Y, you only get one or the other, depending on which one you play, and their stories don't really intertwine together. So it would be super cool in Z if it was similar to like Kyogre and Groudon, where they battled for land and sea. If Yveltal and Xerneas battled over life and death, obviously, you can't have one without the other. And then Zygarde jumps in, and it's just basically like, look, I am balance, I am perfect, I am power. And that would just be so freaking cool, and I can't wait to see more for this guy. But even more importantly than all of that, we're going to scroll down here to the bottom left hand corner, where something even bigger, in my opinion, is happening. What is going on with Greninja down here? Let me just zoom in on my version of the image so I can get a good old look at just what's happening. So we have this Greninja here. Now, for the most part, it looks like a normal Greninja, and first thoughts when I was talking to Swivel about it was, is this Mega Greninja? because not a lot has changed. It's got, black on the sides there and red and what looks like water swords, one for each hand. That's not much in the sense of a mega evolution, but I can't really picture what else it could be. And this also definitely kind of confirms that Ash does in fact get a Greninja, which makes me very happy, because if you look at the poster for it itself, you don't see Ash's Frogadier anywhere. He is nowhere to be found. So it can be assumed that the Greninja on here is in fact Ash's, which is good, because Ash is famous for not letting that happen. But anyway, back to this Greninja. My first thought was, is this Mega Greninja? And oh my god, what is this, the second Kalos Pokemon to get a Mega if need be? But the design itself didn't change all that much. And I'm not upset about that. If this is in fact Mega Greninja, I'm a-okay with this because I love the way Greninja looks. Obviously, he's my favorite Pokemon. So, when I sit here and think about like a Mega Greninja, I get worried that the design would be ruined. But this kind of does it in just the right way to say, hey, I'm Mega, I'm more powerful. I've got cool water swords now instead of a water shuriken. But overall, I haven't really changed. So if this is in fact Mega Greninja, I can definitely get behind that. But according to Cerebi, it's been labeled Ash Greninja. The magazine mentions that it sort of looks like Ash's clothes. So I don't know what that exactly means. If it is in fact Ash Greninja, first of all, that's the dumbest name ever. Second of all, if this somehow, I don't understand. I really don't know what that could possibly mean. Because Mega Evolution is essentially a strong bond with your Pokemon, which Ash would have. And it would make sense more to me that this is Mega Greninja because it falls perfectly in place with everything Mega Evolution represents. Ash and Froakie/Frogadier have always had a close bond. It's Ash's first Kalos Pokemon. It would be the perfect way for Ash to have Mega Evolution, because I always kind of thought it was going to be Charizard. But we've kind of already seen Mega Charizard in the specials. But who knows? Whether this is in fact Mega Greninja or not is up in the air, but either way, Greninja definitely has some sort of new form. Again, hopefully more leaks in the future will give more detail, or more detail may be revealed in the next couple of days. Either way, at this time, I'm guessing that this is Mega Greninja. I don't think it's Ash Greninja, but in fact, hopefully Mega Greninja. I would absolutely love it. It would unfortunately mean that a certain Delphox would have to get a Mega too, but either way, I am super excited about this leak. I'm super excited to learn more about this new Greninja, because if I'm wrong and it's not Mega, then I want to know what it is. I definitely want to know what it is, but either way, I am super happy with the awesome forms of Zygarde between the dog and the perfect form. I'm wicked excited to figure out what this new Greninja is. I'm very much looking forward to Pokemon Z, if that is in fact what's happening. But that's about all I got. I think this has been a lot. I definitely want to do more videos like this in the future too, if we do get more leaks or core leaks like this, especially with a new game, if that happens. But if you enjoyed this video, then give that like button a nice little poke for me. Scroll on over and poke that subscribe button for all kinds of videos almost every single day. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. What do you think of perfect form Zygarde, dog Zygarde, and flat cell Zygarde? And do you think this is Mega Greninja, or what do you think the Ash Greninja will be? But until next time, guys, I'll see you then.